Hey y'all out there in the land of YouTube, Annette Dion here. It's time for Off the Ledge. Today is Tuesday, February 11th, 2025. I'm going to read to you from 365 Science of Mind by the infamous Ernest Holmes, who taught us when we change our thinking, we change our lives for the better. That goes for us personally and collectively. We're all connected. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. And a longer breath out. Let's do it 2 more times. Deep breath in. Hold it. Longer breath out. Feeling centered, a deep breath in. Hold it. And a longer breath out. And settle everything as we read, I am a creative center. And Ernest Holmes takes this line from the book of Psalms in the Bible. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. In other words, commit your life and your day and your intentions to the higher good. Let your consciousness rise above the sense of separation from the power of God, and in a few moments you will feel as though you are sitting in the midst of an infinite sea of unobstructed life. This place in mind where you are now is the source of all action, the center of all creativity. It is also the innermost part of your own being. Just as a plant turns to the sun, your thoughts turn to the power and draw it down through your being. Your thoughts do that, causing it to manifest through your word. In this act, you are not losing your identity. You are more intensely self-conscious than ever before, but you are conscious in a larger, less obstructed manner. Whatever you decree, state, or affirm from this altitude of thought will produce definite results. The law of life exists in all of us at all times, and we are using it whether or not we are conscious of the fact. If we wish to make a specific use of this law of life, then we must use it specifically. And there's a little more, and if you get the book, you can read the whole page. It's a page a day of infinite wisdom. I was thinking today about why I'm doing what I do, and why we all do what we do when it seems to not make a lot of sense on the material, physical plane, but it makes sense on the divine plane. We're being called, I really believe, we're being asked to not make excuses anymore. We need to knock out fascism, as this Midas Touch shirt says. And we have to kind of come to a place where we stop pretending that we're small. You know, it's like Marianne Williamson in her famous quote said that we're not afraid of our darkness, we're more afraid of our light. So it's time to stop playing small. It's time to be courageous. It's time to really to rise up. And we're going to pull 3 cards and see what they have to say. But I just want everybody to know that there is a rising up happening. It was kind of, excuse the pun, but it was kicked off at the Super Bowl with Kendrick Lamar. There are people that have big megaphones that can act as messengers, and they're kind of channels for all that we're feeling, and we can appeal to them, we can support them when you hear a message from somebody that is the same way that you feel, right? When we encounter that, the way we do our part is we share that message. I'm glad to know that Super Bowl halftime show has gone viral. It met the moment. It said what needs to be said right now. We need unity, not division. Also, while I'm thinking of it, I just I haven't published it yet, but I just wrote a new Substack. Please subscribe to my Substack and share it on that topic. It's not for me, it's for all of us. What does help me is when people become paid subscribers. It kind of pays me for my work, which I'm doing for practically nothing. Let's choose 3 cards. But I'm not going to stop because of that, because it's a calling. I mean, we all have a calling. I can't even imagine stopping and doing the work that I feel called to do, right? Can you relate to that? So we have 3 cards, and we keep consistently getting the turning in. The turning in that we're doing, turning inward, which is this is what we're going through in this country right now, will create flowering. Last night at the at PNN, I talked about flowering, and there's the lotus flower that I was talking about. The lotus flower grows up from the muck, and I mean the ickiest muck you can imagine, even smelly muck. The lotus flower emerges from that. So by turning in, we transmute this energy of hatred and racism and violence and bigotry and misogyny. We transform it into what we want to see happen. And the dream is, let's not forget that we make the dream happen. That collectively we make the dream happen. So I'd like to lead you in a little bit of an exercise, and it's this. I want you to close your eyes. And this is a little exercise to be real with ourselves in terms of how much cynicism we're harboring. Because that's a very damaging energy, and we do it consciously and we do it unconsciously too. So any sense of, this is just going to keep going, we're done, he just keeps winning, he's not held accountable, that's what the dark side needs you. It needs you there. And that's probably, it's at work when we're not seeing accountability. But we go along with that when we start thinking, oh, it's never going to come back to haunt him. When we start thinking we're doomed. Okay, so then we go along with their ruse, which is to get us to feel that way. So close your eyes and take one more deep breath in and hold it, and a longer breath out. You can do that technique anytime to bring yourself off the ledge. You can breathe that way. You also can chant Om repeatedly till you feel it calming down. And let's just imagine, despite every doubtful, cynical, sarcastic thought or belief that we might have, despite all that, we've risen to the higher mind, like Ernest Holmes was talking about. And now we allow ourselves to have a vision and a sense and an emotional feeling of all these desires that we have to heal this country, to turn this country around, to see progress, to see us not going backwards but forwards. Feel the feeling and imagine scenarios where we see the fruits of our labor manifest. We have to put that into the collective consciousness. We're not thinking from the past disappointments and the past things that angered us. In this moment, we are collectively feeling the feeling of seeing the fruits of our labor, of our taking back our democracy, become manifest. Feel the feeling of making headway. Feel the feeling of Democrats and all of us fighting back and taking hold. Winning. 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 When we fight, we win. Feel that feeling and agree to release all opposite feelings, because we are creating this reality. And we're aware of the negative thoughts and feelings that have kept us from believing and thinking and creating this. We've let go of those negative thoughts. As we move into a time where we see the peaceful revolution happening in front of our third eye eyes right now until it becomes manifest. We say that it's so, and it becomes so, and we think of it often. And so it is. You can open your eyes. And let's do one thing today that's going to contribute to the collective energy of taking back our democracy. And I have my song, We Won't Be Backing Down. That's the tagline. We're taking back democracy and we won't be backing down. Let's call our representatives today, because when we're proactive, even when we're getting into good trouble, when we're proactive, you know, like John Lewis said, make good trouble. That's peaceful revolution. Remember what Martin Luther King said? You know, he spoke about peaceful revolution. You know, we're all like stars in the night sky. We all must shine. So let's just plant into our consciousness that we have created the future that we desire to have, and that we will do actions every single day. We're calling our representatives. We are activating in whatever way possible that we can. And we're changing America for the good. And let's look at this intense trial that we're in as a time that's actually refining us and making us stronger and more powerful. So let's call our representatives and say, we want articles of impeachment presented. We want Elon arrested, and we will accept no less. They're attempting to destroy our country and replace it with Christian nationalist fascism, and that's not who we are, and that's not what we're about. It doesn't match up. It's failing, and it will fail despite what anything might appear to be like. The idea of us coming together as a collective whole, healed nation is a divine idea, and we align with the divine ideas. So right now, if you've been in the slumps, if you've been in the doldrums, take charge, take control, and activate, because that is the cure. That is the cure. So I'll see you tomorrow for Psychic News Network. Please share this video if it's helpful to you. Please know that I'm only financially supported currently by readings and by you contributing to this channel. And thank you so much to those of you who will and those of you who do. It goes a long way, and I really, really, really appreciate it. When you subscribe as a paid subscriber to my Substack, just go to Annette Substack, and I will, on the community page here, I will post the new Substack that I'm just putting finishing touches on today. Go there, subscribe, or go to Substack and subscribe, and I'm trying to remember what mine is entitled. You'll see. And when you're a paid subscriber, it's either $80 a year or $150 a year, and that really helps me a lot. So it's a lot of work. But it's divine work, and we're all doing our divine work, and God provides. All right, love you all, and we'll see you soon. Namaste. Be good. Keep your chin up. Bye.